Good. Yay. Things are thinking a little bit. As they should be. Only a little bit. No more. Phone magic is phone magic. We have consumed and achieved clearness. There we go. Yeah. That one. Okay, there we go. I gotta listen to more of the Gradius soundtracks, but this song is definitely my favorite. Ah, it's exploding! Stop it! There we go. Yay. Hopefully things are done thinking. I don't think they will be. Ow. That was my butt. And not in a fun way. Pride Month is betraying me. How dare you? I should adjust that. Hold on. That's... I'm going to... Yeah, there we go. Much better. There, we're gonna take that out. Yeah. I am very tired. And my head is still only semi-exploding. It was really bad yesterday, as you might imagine. Now it's only half exploding. I will not have more tea. I would like to go to sleep. Also, my left hand has been hurting like all day, specifically my wrist. Stop it. Stop hurting wrist. I don't think my hand likes how I've been pointing at people as of late, because it feels like a tendon hurts. Yeah, well, that's not gonna stop me, huh? I'm gonna point more. I'm gonna point as aggressively as possible. Think something like a little pain is gonna stop me from pointing? I don't think so. I should sweep that. I have swept it. Alrighty. We're not lazy about too long. Yeah. Let's get to our mini stream. Let's get to our really short mini stream today. We're doing some more Master Duel, kind of. We're going over the rest of those replays I saved. For now, I was super tired before. I'm a bit more alive now, so I can at least be a bit more emotive. So there's that. Only a bit though. Only a bit more alive. Ah! There we go. I can shrink that now. And oh hey, look at that! The game's already up. Yeah. Alrighty. as usual, before doing anything about my own replays, let's check out some Duel Live and hope it's not boring. Alright? I don't want to see a combo fail and still see a full Fiendsmith board. Bam. Naturia Mimighoul. Okay, I am interested. We have just started and we're already at a direction I would not have expected. Up against Kashtira. They're giving birth. Is it pure Kashtira or is it being used as an engine in something the world may never know? No, it's looking like pure so far. Let's get that one. There we go. It's not spooky season, this is a weird song. Wait, what the fuck? Okay, it's Raid Raptor, using Kashtira to go into Raid Raptor by going into Arsenal Falcon. That's actually pretty cool. That also means I'm pretty sure our Naturia Mimighoul player is beyond fucked. There's no war but the class war. See, he's speaking. He knows. He's woke. It was supposed to be. I was super mega ultra exploding and didn't sleep, and yeah. So we're not doing that. So I didn't do that. Hence why today is a semi-daily, because I'm going to stream tomorrow too, and we're going to be back on schedule. Yeah, there goes Mole Cricket. We're open to Pankratops. We're gonna tribute to Pankratops. We're just gonna blow up the Arsenal Falcon. It has 2 Cog Buys. Open both Cog Buys. That's unfortunate. Damn. Also, the volume should be fine now compared to last time. As I'm using my normal... Oh, it went to Kali Yuga. Never mind, he is boring. He went to turn skipping. What the hell are you possibly gonna go into? I guess that was a way to get Sacred Tree in the grave. Alright, Raider Knight blew up. My mango! Alrighty, now we're taking these 2, making Strix. Yep. There's Tribute Lanius. Is he gonna be doing any tributing? I don't know. I know. He's not going to. They don't. Raid Raptors are funny. Listen, I might not like Xyz's decks, but this one is the closest one I've gotten to enjoying an Xyz deck. And there we go. It's gonna blow up. There's a Sacred Tree in the grave, and he's just gonna Ash Blossom it. What a meanie. But yeah, they were cool for a moment because they were using the Kashtiras to go into the Raid Raptor stuff, but then they were boring because they went for Kali Yuga instead of the cool stuff, alright? They went for boring turn skip instead of big birds. Be better than that. How dare you? We're watching another one. I said no boring, I want no boring. Alright, turn skips are boring. You're boring. Alright, Dulce is going first. Memento! Let's see, is this a standard Memento? It's looking like it, yeah. Alright. The good news, this entire archetype is basically, my main goal is to blow up! See? I got sneeze edged. Alright, there's the the technical one. I always forget this thing's name. Hold on. What is this thing's name? Memento Mictlan, Teku yeah, Teku Lika, yeah, Teku Trika. My mango! They're gonna be doing a lot of blowing up. Come to think of it, is this like one of the few archetypes where you play like legitimately every card in the archetype in at least one, except like spells and traps? Because I'm pretty sure you play all the monsters, because I think like they all grab each other when stuff happens. And they blow up a lot. And yeah, you just use them to swarm the board a bunch. I always like, every time I see this deck, I'm like, okay, but where do they stop? Like, where do you stop this? Bum, 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 bum. Lightning Storm! Alright, refuse it immediately. And using all these other ones. Bone Party? That sounds fun. And now they've all blowed up. Ah, there is a spring in my butt! Stop it! Alrighty. I go back and forth between whether this or Mountains is my favorite song from Terranigma. But I really do like both. Okay, the board's clear now. We've been Charmied. Alright, Key Witch is back. This is what I mean. Like, I never know what this deck does. Like, I see they put a bajillion guys on the board, and I'm still just like, okay, but now what? Okay, their guy is back. They're sending more stuff. Yeah, Memento just confuses me. The entire time, every single time I have gone against Memento, it has always been great, but what do? Because, like, every time I've fought this deck, I've won, and I've never read any of their cards. What do? You know, hold on. Let's see, Wikipedia, give me a quick synopsis. Okay. Memento is a theme focused on speedily filling the graveyard with many copies of its monsters in order to facilitate the special summon of its boss monster, Tectuxia, which is able to attack all of the opponent's monsters at once each, when it by itself on the field, and special summons Memento monsters from hand or grave when the opponent uses a card or effect. All Memento monsters except Combined Creation have effects that can destroy a Memento monster you control in order to do various other effects. Okay. There. I now somewhat know what they do. Sky Striker Tempai. See, one would think that I like Tempai because dragons, but quite honestly, yeah, I don't like, I mentioned this before, I don't like, super linear strategies and decks, and that's exactly what Tempai is. Like, it's literally just a going second OTK deck, and it does nothing else, and that's really boring. Why is that glowing? Stop it. There we go. Also, you missed the other day when Fox and Riptide were going over Magic the Gathering dragons for me, and that was the closest I've ever gotten to wanting to play Magic the Gathering. And the funniest part is, I went to go look up MTG Arena afterwards, and then saw the mixed results on it on the Steam review page, and I was like, well, that's never a good sign. And then even more confusingly, I went to go look into more reviews instead of just those initial ones, and I found out apparently that MTG Arena doesn't even have fucking Commander, which to me is the most mind-boggling thing one could possibly do. Not having your most popular game mode in your digital interface for your game, but what do I know? And then I went and looked even more, and I found out it's extremely not free-to-play friendly, and I'm like, well, there goes that. So much for those ideas. You know, as much shit as I give Master Duel. Oh lord, what is this? Right. See, I myself prefer table spells, but... lost my train of thought with that. Train is off the tracks. The train is going somewhere. I don't know where. Tape that a little better next time. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. For as many of my issues as I may or may not have with Master Duel, you know, the game is extremely free-to-play friendly. And I feel like that's a really big thing when it comes to card games, because that's one of the biggest avenues of accessibility. Your game needs to have good accessibility. One of the main reasons you make a digital card game is because digital card games are allowed to have better accessibility than tabletop card games. And you have managed to fuck that up somehow. What the fuck was any of that? I don't know why I just had a heart attack. All my metrics are fine. I'm gonna hit this just in case. Bam. No, yeah, we're good. That was weird. They stopped the music. But yeah. Why even bother making a digital card game if you're not going to make the onboarding and engagement better? Why would I even start to play your game if you've not made it easier to want to play, want to play your game? Now, I always mention that, right? I should want to play your game when I'm playing your game. It's the reason I, don't like League of Legends, but I like other MOBAs. I like Smite, I especially like Dota. I've never played Heroes of the Storm, and I don't like Blizzard, but I'd even probably give that a try. But it's League basically does nothing to help you play the game more. Unlocking new characters is really time-consuming. The game is constantly bombarding you with advertisements to go to the fucking store. The client is, really glitchy. I've had weird glitches with League of Legends a lot, for no reason, that I haven't had with other fucking MOBAs. And it's okay, well, clearly the game doesn't want me to play, so why am I going to play? I don't have that problem with Master Duel, right? At worst, I could be oh man, the meta this month sucks. And that's it. Literally, that's it. Everything else I could possibly want, yeah, it's pretty good. The interface is nice. There's lots of customizability, both for free and paying. It's really accessible. It's really free to play, which is a major thing. And there's like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is complicated, and the tutorial doesn't do a good job of onboarding you as far as that's concerned. But it's like, the game sort of kind of leads you in directions to make that easier. Not greatly, not at all, not even remotely, but it tries. But everything else about the game, about the onboarding, other than literally teaching you how to play Yu-Gi-Oh!, is good. Hey, hold on a moment. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Ah, see, that explains it. It got really hot in my room all of a sudden. That explains a lot. I would turn on my AC, but I'm afraid it's going to make something explode, so we will probably... I don't know how loud it's going to sound in the recordings yet. We're going to hold off on that. But yeah, it has gotten very hot in here all of a sudden. Alright, we can thug it out. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, typical Tenpai stuff going on here. And then quick synchro and die. Welcome to Tenpai. Bonk. Yeah, once again, every time I see Memento, I'm just like, okay, but now what? Poor Memento. It's kind of not their fault. Alrighty, let's head on over to my replays. We have about 4 here. Give me a quick moment, actually. Let me go set some stuff up, and we will get to this. Ah! Alrighty, I'm back. Ah! Held up in the kitchen. Kitchen conversations with Mom. Yes, we're tailing under. Listen, I might not like Undertale. I do like its music, though. Good job, Toby. Provision Day is like Christmas! Alrighty, let's just go from bottom up. Yeah, this is during my, most of this, during my Melodious phase. So we have the Melodious versus MBT duel. Let's go. Alrighty, they started with Gatling Dragon. Oh, and I started with an extra card. Okay. Oh, both players started with an extra card. Dice Rally was fun. Alright, as usual, we bait out the first movement solo. Successfully. And now we triple Tactics Talents, because I need something else. That works. Activate Concerto. That being said, I should have set Couplet. I did not set Couplet. Yeah, Baka gets destroyed, but thankfully I wanted that anyway. Bam, grab another first movement solo, get Shapina, Baka resummons Soprano, we regrab Couplet, place her in the scale, activate her again, regrab Concerto. This is usually just a bait. And then we activate right here into Schuberta. Set her back. We send Blue Lady, I forget her name. Do a quick summon here. Add Sonata. There we go. And we take those two. Bam bam. Make Bloom Harmonist. Send away a Concerto, because why not? And then there we go. Okay, we've got a roundabout way to get to a board, but we got to a board that he's going to attempt to destroy and fail. Even if any of those were heads, he can't destroy any of my monsters. Arya protects from targeting and battle destruction. LG protects from destruction, period. So yeah, we're not at work. Does this target... Oh, that's interesting. Does a non-target destroy? Alright, so I see MBT, and naturally I want to stop her from doing things. See, we have a slug pointing down now, as is usual, Marincess. MBT reactivates. God, that was such a fun game. Can't wait for the new update. They don't need any of those. So now we get dropleted. You know, hold on. I just realized, how does that work? This forbidden droplet target. It says choose. I'm assuming choosing is not targeting. Regardless, they had some gas in their hand, so they're able to do some stuff. Bam, take those two. And we make an anemone. There she goes. Bring back MBT. And 1, 2, 3 in the Marbled Rock. And then it is at this point that I got a little confused. Can I check their extra deck right now? I cannot. We'll check it afterwards. We'll see if... that's a surprise tool we'll use for later. We'll see if anyone else picked up on why I found this weird. So I'm going to be taking a lot of damage, but I'll be fine. Alright, now we're going to use Concerto. We're going to take these 3. And bring out a Toil. And then reset our scales. So in the back, draw a card. We drew a Songstress. There we go. Get a bit more damage by bringing out another Sonata. Whee! And let's send those back. I don't want them to have them. Now I punch the Gatling Dragon. I punch the MBT. Listen, if you're not punching little girls in card games, what are you doing, huh? This is what life is all about. Alright, MBT is back. So, a fun thing about Marincess and, is they're quite, recursive. They can rebuild their board state pretty well, honestly, since essentially the entire archetype is, basically a one-card combo. So let's see if they manage to do it here. There's the Angel, Angle, Morning Angle. Bam, bam, bam. And then Battle. Ow! And I'm so confused. A Toil comes back. Bam, bam. Go back. Alright. And they add another MBT back. I'm pretty sure I have to skip the Little Big Planet ones. Oh, back to Undertale. Bonk. There we go. Now, if you're not familiar with Marincess, you might be wondering, well, what was so special about that duel? If you are familiar with Marincess, you probably already figured out what was wrong with that duel. They're not running Crystal Heart. So, G-Golem Crystal Heart is a card that is, Marincess Crystal Heart is a card that is very important to Marincess, because when used in combination with their field spell, it literally makes their monsters, their link monsters that you summon with it, towers. It is super important to have that card, multiple copies of that card, or ways to send it back, repeatedly. It is literally a key card in the strategy. Your strategy does not work without that card. Your whole point of this archetype is to make a big doofus with that card and then tell your opponent, try and stop me. And they weren't using it. So their field spell was practically useless. All their link monsters were easily defeatable now. I don't get it. Like, was it a challenge or something? It was allowed. It's not like the Dice Rally banned that event, that card. No, you can use it. I don't know why they didn't, but they didn't. Alrighty, up next, a going second duel up against Old Atem using the, I believe it's Evil Hero stuff. that was released at the time. Let's check it out. Alright, get an extra card in Drastic Drop-Off, which is quite the card. If I remember correctly, it's when your opponent draws a card, yeah, they must discard one. Yeah, fun card. So yeah, in my hand, we have Ash Blossom, Aria, Cannon, Nibiru, Couplet, and Talents. Good thing I'm going second. This hand's not great, and I need something else. Alright, they wrote it. I'm immediately going to say no. Alright, they Talents. They choose to look at my hand, interestingly enough, and get rid of Nibiru. Alright, and then the heroes start heroing. Here comes Ferris. But where are they gonna go with this? Because, not gonna lie, I'm still confused about this new hero card and how useful it is. And this duel definitely wasn't helping. So, they make Infernal Devicer. Devicer reveals a guy, and you grab a guy to make the guy. That's all hero is, you see. It's just a bunch of guys that make more guys. It's quite fun. DPE, I'm familiar with him. Alright, and then we take these two and make Cross Crusader? Yeah. Alright, I know where this is going a little. Now we have Malicious. We activate Dark Fusion. Using the Devicer and the Malicious, and now we have Darkest Night. Never seen that card before in my life. Never a good sign. And then End. And I'm just like, okay. So what the hell does this thing do again? One Fiend and one Warrior must be special summoned with Dark Fusion. Monsters your opponent controls lose attack equal to the total original attack of the materials used for this card's fusion. Can make a second attack during each battle phase, and if this face-up special summon card in your owner's control leaves a field by an opponent's card, target a Fiend or Warrior in your grave and start to summon it in defense. Alrighty. It could be worse. I can deal with that, maybe, depending on what I get. That's not great. Alrighty. We're gonna add Concerto, and we're gonna use it, because I can't do much else, sadly. Would have really preferred getting Refrain or something. The Baka is baking. Bam. We get Soprano. Soprano brings out Aria back. We special summon Cannon in order to get enough materials to bring out Etoile. And then, of course, Baka activates again. We retarget the singing lady, Shabina? Soprano, wrong one. God damn it. Yeah. And we're gonna take these two, and we're gonna make Shuberta. Now, I am not too familiar with this deck. But what are the odds that they top deck Miracle Fusion? Probably not very high, so I decided, you know, it's probably a good idea to banish some of their stuff. And so I did. And then he tries to blow stuff up, but thankfully we had Herald of Orange Light. Bam. Get out of here for now. And we send those guys back. Banish those guys. He, of course, comes back, but now I get to use Triple Tactics Talents and get a draw. Not really helping. We can reveal this to at least special summon Aria, though. And now we're going to grab Refrain using Small World. I fucking love Small World. This card is so handy, and I'm very used to it because I play a lot of Code Talker in Math Deck. I know this card is complicated, for newer players, and honestly, even probably like middle-level players. But honestly, I think it is worth learning because of how much it can help. Long story short, you reveal a card in your hand, you pick a card in your deck that has one thing in common with it, and then you grab another card that has one thing in common with that in order to bring it back. So, with the example I used in order to get this, I had Couplet in my hand, so I revealed Couplet, and I chose Effect Veiler. And then going from Effect Veiler, I was able to choose Refrain. A lot of hand traps make very convenient bridges, as we refer to them. So I highly suggest to see if your deck can use these, and if you don't know if they can or not, don't worry, there's a website that you can go look up that literally checks it for you. So that's quite fun. But because of that, I was able to get Refrain and bring her back. And now we're going to drop off, so whatever they do goes away. Good thing we did that. Alright, the bad news is we're going to be taking some damage. Only some. Or maybe not that much. We have some battle protection now. Poor Schuberta. Well, that stuff still gets banished, thankfully. And Refrained in my hand. Now that's something I like seeing. And I still need to worry, because DPE's Destruction is non-targeting removal, and oh hey, look at that! Destruction Protection! I'm okay now! We'll just bring Schuberta back to keep banishing their guys, and reset our scales. Yeah, now, because we got LG, we have complete destruction protection. Thanks, LG. And thankfully, because DPE is in the grave now, get out of here. No more coming back for you. And I get to send this guy back. Never mind. I don't get to send this guy back. He's going to be mean. Or at least try to. Yeah, Arya still has battle protection. And so does everything else on my field. That's how Melodious work. And then they surrendered. The end. Alright, here's a duel I won against Jesus. Man, I have an interesting dueling history. First I defeat the KKK, then I defeat Jesus. What's going on in my duel history? Let's see, they seem to be using... Oh, this is the classic. This is Kaiba versus Yugi duel. We have Blue Eyes versus Dark Magician. Jesus has selected going second. Not gonna lie, that seems really weird for a Dark Magician deck. Them going first, if I remember correctly, I haven't played that much Dark Magician, but I played enough to get the general game plan. You want to go first with Dark Magician in order to set up your spells and traps in the background. You want to set up your dark magic circle and your the big old tower, your Eternal Soul. The monolith thingy, I think it was Eternal Soul. And then that helps you with your like engine and your recursiveness as the duel goes on. I wonder why they chose to go second. But yeah, I was using Centurion Blue Eyes. That's neat. They're gonna max seed me. I would prefer they not do that. I don't want to get max seed. Alright, getting max seed makes me sad. Alright, we got True Light. Activate it, set wishes. Yep. Let's make a wish. We got Roar and Sage. This is a pretty good wish. Normal Sage, activate, grab Master. Bam. Grab Mausoleum. Activate the Mausoleum, equip the Spirit. Send the Spirit to the Shadow Realm. Get OG Blue Eyes out. Bam. We activate Maiden. We activate Wishes. Bam! And then we get our Churro. And then, hey, that's not a Blue Eyes, what the heck? Yeah, so Blue Eyes Centurion is quite fun because you basically convert the combo, like, mid-combo into Centurion all of a sudden, and it's really fun, and I like it, because I like Centurion. Centurion's probably my favorite deck overall. So anytime I get to use something with Centurion, I usually enjoy it a little more than I would have otherwise. So yeah, here's our Churro. His name is Churrozo, but I just call him Churro because why not? He's a funny little guy. And normally you're supposed to fusion summon him using either a extra deck monster and a spellcaster, or you can send those cards you control to the grave instead. So what I did is you send away Maiden, who's a spellcaster, and Neo Ultimate Blue Eyes, who's a fusion, in order to bring out your Churro. Now, why do that? Well, it's really simple. He's a level 4 tuner that you can special summon from the extra deck in the middle of the combo. That's it. Bam. And now we do some recycling. And now we're roaring. Bam. So, here's Spirit. You're probably familiar with this. Out comes Crimson. Out comes Saphir for the protection. We got Synchro Rumble for some fun. We switch out field spells because we're not done yet. Yeah, good thing I opened all the gas in my hand. Bam. Bam. Boop. Standard Centurion stuff. Hopefully I don't need to explain that at this point if you've watched any of my fucking channel replays before. And if not, why are you here? What are you doing? Who are you? Bam. There we go. So yeah, thanks to opening full gas in my hand, pretty much. We have Auxia on the board to place down Primera in a moment. We have Stardust Saphir Divine Dragon for the Destruction Protection. We have Ultimate Spirit for the Omni, and we have Crimson Dragon to tag into pretty much whatever the fuck I feel like afterwards, which is probably going to be Blazar. I tried experimenting with other Blazar targets. Honestly, I think, yeah, just, or with other Crimson Dragon targets. As much as I like the other ones in other versions of Centurion, I think Blazar is probably the best option for this one. There we go. And now his Magician is souling. Now's as good time as any to tag out. Going Under is a fantastic game that if you have not played, I suggest you play. It's great. And its music is fantastic. Master of Chaos, yeah? I don't believe you. And now now we get to have some fun. Now's a good time as any to use these. We're gonna negate that special summon and blow up Dark Magician. Yeah, fun fact about Saphir. Saphir is quite interesting. Saphir's Saphir's monster negate is fun because you don't have to destroy the thing you negated. You get to just destroy anything else on the field, which has interesting applications, to put it mildly. Bam. Bam. And then we get the grab. We get to grab something, and we do another quick synchro. Bam. Into Legacia. Now we get to draw. I like hand traps. We got Lordly Load out of that. Neat. Now the rod is rotting. It is Pride Month after all. I'm gonna Soul Serve it. I'm gonna reveal to Timaeus. They're gonna get rid of it. Yeah, and I don't think there was much they could have done against this board, to be quite honest. Again, Dark Magician is the kind of deck that really, I cannot stress this enough, wants to go first. I don't know why they didn't. Let's do a quick check here. Alright, bam. Alrighty. I have defeated Jesus. Alrighty, one more duel. You doing it right there, Master Duel? Hello? There was no response for the game server. I could see that. There we go. The heck was that? Anyway, we have our final duel up against XX9. Again, interesting name. We have another. This is just a standard rank duel now. We're back to regular, back to normal. Looks like we have. I'm using Melodious up against the new Exodia stuff. I think it's pure. Hopefully, it's pure. I like Exodia Pure is kind of neat. Alright, I'm going first. I open Soprano, Refrain, first movement, solo, and Imperm. I like this hand. First movement. Refrain. Refrain refrains. We grab Couplet. Bam. Use Couplet. We special summon Soprano. We grab Concerto. We activate. Bam. It's Baka. Activate one more time. Bam, bam. And this is standard Melodious stuff I've done what feels like a billion times at this point, but I only made the deck, like, what, last month pretty much? But I do really like it. And it will definitely be a keeper. I always forget that. I always forget to send the Shapina, like, earlier. Why are you phone magicking, phone magic? eBay! That's why. And then he eats my Atoil, but, yeah, fun fact, Atoil has a not really often used floating effect where you can, for free, special summon any other Melodious monster from your deck or extra deck, which is usually used to bring out Bloom Diva, the Melodious Choir. Yeah, I get to talk about this monster for once. Normally made with a Melodious Maestra and any other Melodious monster, it can't be destroyed by battle or card effects, and you take no damage when you fight with it. And if it battles a special summon monster, you inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's original, the difference between that monster's attack and this monster's attack. and then destroy it. Yeah, it fights big butts. Which is really important for this matchup. So they wedge you the temple. Typical Millennium stuff. They're grabbing the Ankh now. There it is. Banana, banana. They're gonna reveal all the parts. So no head. Bam. Banana, banana. Then they activate Mound of the Bound Creator, and not gonna lie, when I saw that, I was immediately concerned. Mound of the Bound Creator is... This is a fantastic song. Mound of the Bound Creator, if I recall correctly, is usually used for the Egyptian gods. Level 10 or higher monsters on the field. Let me open the whole thing. There we go. Doesn't that look prettier? Level 10 higher monsters in the field cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects. If a level 10 or higher monster destroys a monster by battle and sends it to the grave, the player who controlled the monster takes 1,000 damage. When this card on the field is destroyed by card effect and sent to grave, you can add a divine monster from your deck to your hand. Well, the good news is, I only need to really worry about all those protection things. They're basically just using it to protect the incarnate. Which honestly is a pretty interesting idea. That's not gonna stop me. And now they're gonna start punching things. Ow. Punch. Take some damage. And now they're gonna set the, Obliterate? Yep. Or, what is that? Hold on, that's not the Obliterate. That's like, what is it? The Unstoppable Fires of Exod? Yeah, Exod Fires of Rage. See, I was going somewhere. I drew Rivalry Warlords. This is a floodgate. This card's annoying as fuck. You can only control one type of monster. For me, that's not a problem, because I'm almost 100% certain I have to skip this song. I don't remember if I do or not. I'm going to anyway, because I think I have to. This one too, actually. Final Fantasy 8 and 9 are weird. Oh, definitely that one. Okay, there we go. Rivalry of Warlords makes it so you can only control one type of monster. If you're not familiar with Yu-Gi-Oh, type is right here. It's this section of the card. So all the Melodious monsters, or if you look at this icon right here, are fairy. This is their type. This right here, the funny glowing thing in the corner, is their attribute, or just element. I prefer saying element, it's a lot easier to get the point across. But yeah, all the monsters in my deck, and the most important monsters in my extra deck, are fairies. So, I can use this card no problem. And there are some decks where this can cause problems, so it's quite useful to have. And now, they blow up. Except the Diva. The Diva stays. Bonk. Now you might be wondering why I decided to attack Sengenjin and not the Exodia. It's because Bloom Diva only works with the original attack of a monster, not its current attack. And that means that against the Unstoppable Exodia Incarnate, it would have done only 1,000 damage. And now is as good a time as any to activate the Rivalry. And they decided to choose Beast Warrior for some reason. I guess they really wanted to keep Sengenjin. I don't know, I would have chosen Spellcaster to keep Exodia on the board. I don't play this deck. Bonk. But yeah, that was a fun duel, because it was a duel where I actually got to use Bloom Diva for once. Not an often used card. It was quite neat. Bam. Oh, matter of fact, hold on. There was one replay, one duel that I had that I was, Braden's braiding. One duel that I had that I was interested in. I don't know if I still have its, data here for me to look at. And I can't check the fucking, things in the replays Alright, they're going first. Was it this one? Shifter. It was not this one. Yeah. I will know it when I see it. So it must have been one of the ones before this. Was it this one by chance? Well, we will never know. Was it this one? Alright, I'm going first. Using Centurion. I don't know why it took me so long to use Centurion during this fucking event. I should have used it earlier, to be quite honest. No, it was not this one. Damn it! Was it one of the ones that I can no longer check? Oh, fucking.
Let's look at
this is... Wait a minute, it might be this one. Hold on. Never mind, it might be this one. Let's see what happens. No, it was not this one. Damn it! Was it this one? If it wasn't this one, it was definitely one I won. That's why I want to bring it up, because there was a fun interaction that happened that made me win. Was it this one? Hopefully it was this one. Let's see. Alrighty. We send away Lubellion for bait. Alright, nothing happened. You grab Magma Hut. Bam.
Let's look at the fun.
Stand up! When I move, you move. Just like that. Jeebus, it is hot in my room. Yeah, I'm gonna finish soon so I can turn on the AC. Once again, thanks, Meow. Let's see. We set regained. We'll take these two. Ogzia. Grab Phalanx. Magma Huts away. Oh yeah, this is an accident. I accidentally used a cross-out designator here. Oops. No, damn it, it's one of the ones I can't see anymore. I want to pull it up, and I'm just gonna pull up my old, it was literally probably like one of these ones then, that I can no longer see. Because the game is updated since, and it is me. Yay. Yeah, so I will just pull up the deck list just to explain this, this is quite fun. So what happened was, I went up against a branded player, and if you've gone up against branded before, you will probably know that their end phase is quite long and intricate. There's a lot of stuff going on during their end phase. That's really important for the branded player to know and understand and sequence properly in order to get min-max their end phase as properly as possible. What ended up happening was, I was using Centurion and I got into a board state where I was able to put Blazar on the field as normal. Blazar's effect is you can quick effect until the end phase, stop the activation of a card or effect and destroy it, stop the summon of a monster, or if a monster declares a battle, you can end the battle phase. Those are all very useful effects. Fun fact! If any of that happens during the end phase, Blazar will negate the effect, banish itself, and come back all during the same end phase, meaning you can negate literally everything that happens during the end phase. And that absolutely ruins Branded. It is a game-killing game state to be in, to have that thing on the board during the end phase. With that, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you come around for next time. Next time being tomorrow, where hopefully I won't be as tired and we'll get back to Deck 2. Thank you. Later.